Good evening, Los Angeles. Manifold here. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal day today. We are here with our Ultimate Gobblegum tier list. Now, in my previous videos, we compared the Gobblegums within their own rarity category. So we compared all the blue ones, all the purple ones, all the orange ones, all the red ones, etc. Here is going to be my Ultimate Gobblegum tier list that I was talking about. I want to compare all of the Gobblegums together. What's the best one? What's the worst one? What are ones that kind of stuck in the middle that are good, not as great as they were in Black Ops 3, but are still worth getting? So, just to get it out of the way, here's the best one, here's the worst one, I think. Best Gobblegum in the game, I think, is Hidden Power. Hidden Power is a phenomenal Gobblegum. There is no other workaround to get salvage right now, so getting that orange weapon right off the bat, I feel like is so good for the game, for your weapon's damage and your rarity. Of course, rarity is still in the game, still scales exceptionally well. So I think Hidden Power is the best Gobblegum. Worst one, Arsenal Accelerator. This Gobblegum is garbage. I didn't notice it really increasing recharge rate for the field upgrades any faster than normal. So that's where I'm going to put it. Hidden Power is the best Gobblegum. Arsenal Accelerator is the worst Gobblegum. I would personally put Perkaholic in A category. Perkaholic is still a really good Gobblegum. Still does give you all the perks, but thankfully in this game perks are a lot easier to get, of course. There's no perk limit in this game, which is what I talked about in my video ranking the Ultra Gobblegums. Is Perkaholic was only so good in the past because, yes, it did give you all the perks, but it gave you all the perks because there was a perk limit back then. You could only get 4 perks aside from doing some side Easter eggs or, doing some special event on the map. Now, there is no perk limit, so I feel like Perkaholic kind of goes down a category. I feel like some perks are just kind of straight up useless in this game. Melee Macchiato, unless you're doing a melee only class, is not really that good. I still don't think Elemental Pop is all that good either. The main perks that I only get in my game are Deadshot, Jug, Quick Revive. Those are really the only perks I get. All the other ones are kind of just, filler perks. Even Stamina Up. I haven't been buying Stamina Up as often either. That's just me though. Of course, let me know what you guys are buying, what perks you guys are buying. Wunderbar, I feel like, is honestly B tier. Yes, it does give you a wonder weapon, but most of the time, it gives me a ray gun most of the time. I hardly ever get any I hardly ever get the map-specific wonder weapon. It's only been a few times that I've actually have gotten the Beam Smasher when trying to do the Easter egg on Terminus. It always gives me a ray gun. I don't think I've even gotten it. I don't think I've even gotten the jet gun one time on Liberty Falls. Of course, jet gun's super easy to build, but still doesn't really ever give you the wonder weapon on the map. So you know how it is. Anyway, we're gonna go in I think order now. I kind of put these ones in here because I really wanted to mention these ones right off the start of the video. Stock option, I think, is E tier. Not as bad as Arsenal Accelerator. Definitely not using it in a lot of situations, but, takes ammo from your stock, uses it for a minute or so. Not the greatest, not the worst, but definitely not one I use all the time. Killjoy, I would honestly put in B tier. I think Killjoy is a great Gobblegum. Insta-kill, extra damage. Really helps with those elites, really helps thin those hordes, helps in the boss fights, both of Patient 13 and of Liberty Falls. So very good Gobblegum in my opinion. Anywhere But Here, I'm only putting Anywhere But Here in E tier right now because the Gobblegum animation, it takes a while to pop the Gobblegum animation now. The gum is still bugged from what I've heard. It teleports you in place and you take a ton of damage and it downs you immediately. So not a Gobblegum worth using right now, not until they fix whatever bug that is. So I would put Anywhere But Here right there. Cashback I put in B tier. Of course, a max ammo is always good. If you don't have the essence to use to buy ammo from an ammo cache, got that free cashback right there for you. Temporal Gift, I would put a little bit above stock option. I put in D tier. Of course, does increase the time usage for a power up. Only bad part is is you have to pick up the power up, and I think it only increases it to 60 seconds instead of 30. So not terrible, not the greatest, but still definitely worthwhile. Shields up I put in C tier. More durable shielding is very good. Except in the later rounds, I talked about this in my video. Later rounds, armor gets just shredded so easily that you really only are able to save 1 or 2 extra hits. So I really don't think that that's beneficial, but that's just me. Who's keeping score? I put in C tier. Free double points. You know, nothing too shabby about that. Free Fire, I'd also put in B tier. I think Free Fire is a good Gobblegum. I've never used the glitch, the Free Fire glitch, to get the unlimited ammo period, but I still think Free Fire is still, regardless, a really good Gobblegum. Last 60 seconds, I think, 60 seconds or 30 seconds, but cannot be applied to Wonder Weapons and cannot be applied to the GS45. It can be applied to the GS45, I'd put it a little bit higher, then it would go to A tier, but doesn't apply to the GS45, so that's just my opinion. Nowhere But Here. I play in co-op a lot, so I would put Nowhere But Here in A tier. Teleports you to your nearest downed ally. They keep all their perks. Stuns the zombies as well around you. So very good for picking people up. Very good for saving teammates. Just a good Gobblegum in general. Soda Fountain, I put in B tier as well. Once again, with that perk limit now removed, and with Soda Fountain being nerfed, aka Soda Fountain's only 1-time use in this game. In Black Ops 3, it was a 3-time use, so you could buy 3 perks, get 3 additional perks, but in this game, you buy 1 perk, you get 1 extra one. I don't think it's as good as it used to be. If it was how it was in Black Ops 3, it would definitely be A tier, but right now, it's definitely a B tier Gobblegum. Profit sharing, I'd put in A tier, like I said. I play co-op a lot. Profit sharing is a phenomenal Gobblegum, especially if you get all 4 players together. It is an incredibly useful Gobblegum. You can get the map opened up extremely early, get Pack-a-Punch, all your perks going extremely early. Very, very good Gobblegum. Respin cycle, I put in F tier. I never use this Gobblegum. I think I've used it 1 time. It's not very good. In my opinion, it doesn't work in most scenarios, especially with the loadout system. I typically am not hitting the box a lot in my games unless I'm trying to spin for a weapon when I'm doing a Campbell challenge. I am not using the box a lot. Exit strategy, same thing. I've never used an exit strategy before. I guess there are instances where you would want to use it. I personally have never used it. I don't see the Gobblegum to be that good. I don't like it. Idolize, definitely A tier. Idolize is still the same from Black Ops 3. Still very, very good Gobblegum. Freezes all enemies in place. Lets you pick up an ally. Dump some damage into a boss. Still a very, very good Gobblegum in my opinion. Wall Power, B tier, honestly. I still think a very good Gobblegum as well. Instantly Pack-a-Punches that the weapon that you're holding. Hasn't changed from Black Ops 3 either. Still very good gum. GS45s are very cheap on the wall. You can instantly buy those, upgrade them to Mustang and Sally, or Sally and Forge in this game. Still a very good gum. Phoenix Up, I would also put in B tier. Same as from Black Ops 3, pop it once. Picks up all your allies, keeps all their perks. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Pretty darn good. Crate Power, I'd only put Crate Power in C tier because, once again, I'm not using the box a lot in my games. I don't find Crate Power all that useful. I'm not spinning the box in my games very often, so I'm not using it very often. That's just me. On the House, I would honestly put On the House in A tier. Nothing wrong with a free perk. You know, give yourself a free perk nice and early. Liberty Falls, if you get dead shot before round 25, very, very useful gum. Really helps with getting those headshots done in the early rounds. Helps with damage as well, in my opinion. Wall-to-wall clearance, I'd honestly put in F tier. Never have used this gum. I don't find it very useful. Each wall buy costs 10 cents, I think, for a duration of time. You can't buy ammo off the wall like in the older games. So if you could buy ammo off the walls, or if it made like ammo caches cost 10 cents, you know, for a duration of time to rebuy ammo, that would be a way, way more useful Gobblegum. But it only makes the wall buys 10 essence for 30 seconds or a minute, if I remember right. I need to really look at these times. But I've never used this as a Gobblegum. I don't see it being useful. If there is a useful function for it, please let me know, because I don't have one right now. I don't think that it's very good. Immolation, honestly, is D. Not as good as it used to be in Black Ops 3. Again, it's a 1-time use in this game. In Black Ops 3, it was a 3-time use. If it was still a 3-time use, I would still probably put it in B tier. Still gives you that free fire sale, but does not, only gives you 1. Like, that's not very useful, in my opinion. Unless you're, going for box addict, going for all those things. I don't know. Just not very good. Near Death, I would honestly still put in S tier. Near Death experience is still a very good gum. Does not last indefinitely. So in Black Ops 3, Near Death experience, how it works is it would either revive yourself if you were downed, or it would revive a teammate as long as you guys are within the vicinity of each other. So this gum carried me through the Gorod Krovi solo Easter egg because I bought my near-death experience, I went into the boss fight, and you just don't die. You legitimately don't die. You can get down 100 times in the boss fight. The gum will still pick you up over and over and over and over and over again, and you keep all your perks. Because in Black Ops 3, it was round-based. So in the boss fight, rounds don't pass. So in Black Ops 3, this Gobblegum was extremely overpowered for boss fights. It was an essential, for solo boss fights. In here, though, the gum lasts 5 minutes, or it lasts 3 or 5 minutes, or it caps out at 5 revives. So once you hit that 5th revive, the Gobblegum disappears and you can no longer use it. I still think that is a phenomenal amount of time, and revives. Especially in the Patient 13 boss fight, Near Death experience is still very, very good in my opinion. I still think it's an extremely useful Gobblegum if you're going for that fight. So yeah, that's just me. Raindrops, S tier. I still think this gum is very, very good. Spawns all the core power-ups. That's all I have to say about it. Yeah, very good gum. I still think it's, in my opinion, I would rather have Raindrops than Perkaholic. At least helps the team. Perkaholic just gives you all the perks. Yeah, not really much there. I have the Whimsicals here. I figured I'd put the Whimsicals maybe in C tier. Of course, they're the Whimsicals. I haven't used a single Whimsical. I still think they're hilarious to use and super funny, but not really useful in games. I'd put them higher, but you have to earn them in this game, which I think is a bummer. They definitely still should be free like they were in Black Ops 3. I think that just makes them hilarious. But yeah, this is my ultimate Gobblegum tier list, guys. I still feel like Hidden Power is the best Gobblegum in the game at the current moment. If they add shopping free, I'm sure it'll be nerfed to the ground. But I still think Hidden Power is the best Gobblegum. Arsenal Accelerator is the worst Gobblegum. But this is my list right here. Let me know what you guys think. If you would put gums in different areas, if you would put gums higher, lower, take gums out, I don't know, all that jazz. But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really, really appreciate the time you guys have given me. I hope everybody stays hydrated, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take care.